So Nikola Jokic, the Joker, has been named the 2022 league MVP. This is the second time in a row that he's won back-to-back awards. 13th player in NBA history to win back-to-back consecutive MVPs. I wanted to ask you guys, this was a huge topic on Twitter the last few days. One, was he deserving of this award? And if he was not, who do you guys think the award should have gone to? Who wants to go first?
John Morant, Giannis, Steph Curry. I mean, like, what do those guys all have in common? I won't say.
They're still playing?
They are still playing, all of them. Yeah, nice cleanup. Yeah, nice cleanup, because I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do this family friendly. So I'm not going to go there. He's a lot. Just put it like this: like, you guys recognize this name, Jerry Cooney, boxing. Yeah. Think back.
Listen, I kind of wonder sometimes. I know it's all about votes, obviously about votes, but it's who votes and what they see in terms of MVP status. For me, I feel like the MVP award should be given to be presented once the finals are a matchup is determined. I feel like if you're the league's most valuable player, then it's one thing to keep your team afloat, and during the regular season, but if you suddenly you can't make it out of the first round of the playoffs, I don't know. I just don't know how you are the most valuable player of the league when you're already home in the second round. That's just me, and that's no knock on Nikola at all, on Jokic at all, because he is the man and he's good at what he does. He's a point center. How many times have you seen a center that can handle the way he does and distribute the way he does? It's happened, but it hasn't happened very often. So I mean, the man is engineered in a lab, I think. But at the same time, if you're the league's most valuable player, I think there should be something like, okay, well, yeah, he should be still playing. His team should still be in the playoffs. That's just my opinion.
I mean, like, I feel like to reiterate the point that you're making, Kyle, I totally agree with that. Like, one, this should be decided after the finals. Yeah. That's one. And two, world's called Giannis the best player on the planet twice in a row. I didn't disagree. So that's where I stand on it. Like, how could the Joker have gotten it over Giannis? I just don't get that. He's the most valuable player on his team.
Yeah.
But, that
I agree. That's definite. That's a
brainer. But I mean, in the NBA, no, not over Giannis.
I think the reason why Giannis didn't get it, he's getting the same treatment that LeBron and Steph Curry were getting. When you can make an argument, LeBron James should have way more than 4 MVPs. He's clearly been the best player for the last, almost 2 decades. But they're like, we're not going to give it to the same player every single year, the same award. And it's just a fatigue factor. Same thing when you look at the NFL, Tom Brady is clearly the best, most accomplished, best quarterback, but they're not going to give him MVP every single year. So I feel like that's the treatment that Giannis is getting. And that's why Giannis didn't get it. Now, they possibly could have made an argument for John Morant. I mean, nobody saw Memphis being this good. The second team that has the best record, not just the West, but all overall in the NBA, both conferences. Nobody saw Memphis being this good. John Morant just exploded into superstar status. He should have been a strong argument for MVP, not most improved. That's another reason I had with that. That was a BS award that a number 2 overall pick should not be in a conversation for most improved. You're expected to improve because there's a reason why you're picked number 2 overall.
Who was the number 1 pick that year?
Okay, well,
There's a
okay,
whole
but
lot of expectations. He should
yeah, there
have
was
had.
a whole, but also, I mean, the guy hasn't played. He missed more games than he played. So you look
Right,
at
but
Ja
my
is
point is,
reliable.
but my point
Zion
is
is
that
like all
it,
street clothes.
just to speak to
Mm.
what your point is that if you're that high a pick, there shouldn't be a whole lot. I mean, there should be a lot of expectations placed upon you. You know what I mean? And he's a number 2 pick.
Yeah.
So the
So
number
he
1
shouldn't
pick,
have he shouldn't even been mentioned at most improved because you were supposed to when you pick a top 5 in the top 5, the team is looking at you to be the next franchise player. That's most of the reason. Even top 10 is like, all right, we're looking at you to carry the keys for the franchise for the next 10 years. We're going to help develop you to the player that we hope that you could become. Jordan Poole, who got picked in the second round, that's somebody who should have been most improved because nobody saw him being that good.
Not that I was given a place to vote, but I definitely voted for him.
I think a lot of people would have agreed with you, Kyle.
Yeah, I agree too. Yeah,
and I just think that there's a lot of other things going into, again, to speak to your point, Worlds, that there's a lot of other things that factored in when it comes to a lottery pick expected to be the franchise player / savior and so forth. It's about the help that you have, or your teammates as well. You know what I mean? And then it's about your persona or your style. Are you a one-on-one player? Are you somebody who gathers everybody and rallies the troops and can make your teammates better? Or are you somebody who can just put up flashy numbers on a bad team? You know what I mean? Most of the time, teams that have lottery picks aren't good teams. So, you have a lot on your shoulders if you're going in there trying to turn this franchise around and be a savior. So, but point I wanted to make before was that when you have someone that is what were we talking about earlier? We were talking
about Jokic and his MVP.
Right. So I just
sidetracked.
I feel way sidetracked. We went. What was the point I wanted to make? I should be taking notes. Oh man, it's a good thing this isn't live TV. But
you said there were a lot of factors.
Well, I was talking about being, his Worlds' point about John Morant being MIP as opposed to MVP. The one thing about Ja that I felt would kind of take him out of the running for MVP of the league, and the only thing, and it's just an asterisk, is that when he went down in the regular season, his team went on a hell of a run, winning streak. You know what I mean? So yes, he's a big part of that team. He's a big part of their success, but they didn't fall apart without him. And I think that part of the testament to being a true MVP is to know that you're not only making your teammates better when you're on the court, but you are elevating that team. And they didn't need him for that long stretch that they went on when he went down. So that's my only thing, and it's not anything big, it's not any incendiary remark or anything, a knock against him. It's just, that would mean to me would take him out of the running in terms of MVP. That's the only thing I'd say about that.
Well, they damn sure needed him the other night. But
again, which makes him the team MVP, but not the league MVP.
Right.
But Giannis is the guy that makes other teams better when they come into Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Which to me shows more value as a player in the league. Like I don't know, like, what I mean? Yeah, he is the most valuable player on his team, but in the league, I just have a hard time agreeing with that one.
So let me go back to finishing what I was saying. I feel like, again, the Giannis fatigue was a factor. Not going to give it to a guy 3 out of 4 years. Same thing that was going to give it to Steph Curry 3 straight years in a row.
Do you agree with that though?
What, that Jokic should have won?
No, yeah. Actually, yeah. Do you agree he should have won?
Me personally, no, because I'm looking at reasons why they gave it to him. One, there's like, okay, you're missing without your 2-star other players in MPJ and Jamal Murray. So it's like, all right, more of the offensive load is going to be on your shoulders. Two, I mean, you look at the West, it's very gutted. Like every single team who made the playoffs is loaded from head to toe. And the top four teams right now between Phoenix and Dallas, you could say are all championship contending teams. And his first round matchup was against the Golden State Warriors. Now, yes, he didn't show up to expectations, but MVP is a regular season award. It does not go into the postseason because same thing, you can make an argument that, well, look at Giannis when he won, I believe his second or first MVP, and it was in the bubble. It was the second MVP. It was in the bubble. He went to bed and got bounced out the first round by Miami. A lot of people was like, oh, well, we can't give Giannis MVP anymore because he can't take his team to the semifinals. And then you know what he did next year? Took the team to the finals, dropped 50 in game 7, won finals MVP, and won a championship. So we all about in this generation society, we like to build people up, tear them down, and build them back up. Now, I don't think Jokic, that's it is. I don't think Jokic will be able to do that because of the conference that he's in, and it's just it is just hell just to even get to the semifinals with the teams that they have to face. But I just feel like it was just the effect, like, okay, well, we don't who we're gonna give it to. I mean, Embiid was the favorite into the throughout the season because he's been on the wrong. I believe Embiid should have definitely been if you hadn't give it to him, Embiid should have gotten it because he was putting up monster numbers and what uh the Sixers finished fourth with everything that he had to deal with, Ben Simmons drama and stuff like that, turmoil in the locker room. So it's like, why not Embiid should have won it? He got screwed. And then you look at what's the criteria for MVP? Are we just gonna give it to? We always look for the media because we're part of the media, but we're part of the common sense media. They always look for like narratives. Okay, well, let me look for something in this team that I could give it to over this player. Like, no, it should be who is the MVP, who is the most valuable player to that team. If I take this player away from this team, what would they be without him? And I believe
I got a just slight disagreement with you there. It's the most valuable player to the league. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I think no. Yeah. I think no, but most valuable. You talked about how much impact do you have in your team's success that you're contributing to. It's like most valuable player. Look at Chris Paul. I believe Chris Paul should have 2 MVPs. One when he got traded to OKC. Nobody saw that team even. Everybody saw OKC being a lottery. Nobody saw him being that good. And then what did they do? I believe they were the 4th or 5th seed in the Western Conference. And I think they got to the second round with a whole bunch of 21, 22-year-olds. Then he gets traded to Phoenix. Phoenix wasn't even in the playoffs without Chris Paul. They add him first year, and then they're in the finals. Second year, he's there. They're the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Plus, he's done
64 games.
He's done what Kyle was talking about. He's made his teammates. Yeah, he's elevated the entire Suns organization because I just went down your book and the rest of the guys stepping in. So
I just want to clarify something to what I had said earlier. I'm not saying that they should vote that votes for MVP are based on playoff numbers, things like that. I'm saying that if you are the most valuable player in the league, then you should probably be doing enough to make sure that your team is going as far as possible. Further than they went, further than winning 1 game in the first round before getting bumped. That's what I feel. I'm not saying that you have to take into account playoff appearances, but I still feel that the vote should take place later in the postseason, not at some random arbitrary time like now.
Yeah. I feel like the media shouldn't even be voting to begin with because most of those guys who have a license to give their opinions on basketball don't even know what they're talking about. Like you said, there's no way John Morant should have won Most Improved. I believe we all believe that should have been Jordan Poole. There's no way that, you can make an argument that Evan Mobley should have won Rookie of the Year. Scotty Barnes is a nice player, but Evan Mobley, there was a stretch when Jared Allen was out. He was carrying the team, averaging 20 and 15. Right. So I was like, how does not get Rookie of the Year? So, I feel like it should be up to the players, the peers, like the people who are watching this and playing against this competition. And I feel like you would have less biases because in the media, they're biased about everything. Like, Skip Bayless doesn't like LeBron for God knows what. He's like, well, LeBron's in the ring. I'm not going to vote him. I'm going to vote for John Morant, or I'm going to vote for Jason Tatum, or I'm gonna vote for DeJounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs. You know, it's just like, come on, it's just get rid of that. It's and I agree with you. I feel like it should be announced at the end of the year or when the playoffs are, because you have these breaks, these interruptions where okay, the Raptors were practicing getting ready for, I believe it was like game 4 against Philly. And it was like, oh, Scotty Barnes, you won this award. And it's like, and the award, the trophies got less. Usually you get like a big ass trophy. Now he just got like a freaking basketball. Like, what the hell is that? Like they just downgraded the size of the trophies now. It's like, what are we doing here, NBA? Like, did you guys run out of silver
Oh my God.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that it's the whole voting system, in my opinion, is flawed. And I believe that the MVP should have went to Chris Paul. He may not have the sexiest, flashy numbers, but his impact on Phoenix is well documented. They're a favorite to go to the finals again this year. And you take them off Phoenix, they're not a playoff team. You put them on Phoenix, look what they have accomplished with him on the roster. Look what he has done with OKC. Everywhere that Chris Paul goes, the team reaches new heights in terms of level of success. So that's my opinion.
Right.
I mean, Jokic is to Dallas, is to Denver, what Luka is to Dallas. You know what I mean? Like he could have got it, and I don't know. I agree with you guys. I have a million one reasons why I'm not, but why it frustrates me. But we'll be here forever, and we don't want that.
Well, that's why they need to put us in charge of the NBA.
Some common sense decisions made there.
Ooh, that would be exciting.
That would be real exciting. You know how good this league would be?
Although I do like Adam Silver. That is the best to
Silver?
me. Adam Silver is the best.
Yes,
Silver is doing a good
commissioner in professional sports, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Well, that's like saying the best of a bad batch, because all commissioners suck. But yeah, he's the best of the bad apples. We'll say it like that.
Oh,
he's better than what's his predecessor's name?
David Stern.
Oh, yeah, David Stern.
Rest in peace.
I don't care.
Yes.
I don't do that. Ouch. Like, wait, no, I don't do that. Like, I don't do that. If I didn't like you when you were alive, I'm not gonna like you when you're gone. Be a fan because you're dead. Like,
well, at least you're not a hypocrite when it came to Kevin Samuels.
Man. Yeah, you could be no. He was a frog when he was alive. I'm not gonna go any further.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going any further. Oh, you like David Stern?
No, but damn, we didn't say we liked him, but you would just said he was a frog. Like that's strong.
He was. I
mean,
he was very reptilian.
Oh my God.
Hey, I had to give us a line for the night, right?
Oh God. I mean, hey, at least you're. I don't know if you guys watch Kevin Samuels, but not to take off topic, but he got a lot of, controversial reactions, polarized reactions after he passed away. Obviously, I was a fan of him. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Rest in peace.
Or so, but
I'd also like to rest in peace to Adrian Payne.
Yes.
Oh yes. Yes.
I mean, rest in peace to David Stern too. I didn't like him. I don't wish him eternal torment.
Let's
not go that far. I'm not wishing him damnation. Rest in peace, bud. But I didn't like you. Like.
Oh no, it's all right. Respect your
honesty. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Respect your honesty. Respect his hustle.
Keep that same energy.
He's accomplished more than I have so far. Yeah,
well, I mean, you can accomplish more than him now that he's
exactly. I got time. I'm still on the track.
This is a tough room. This is a tough crowd, boy.
You die. It kind of sticks you in place.
Please do me a favor. Please don't besmirch my name when I'm gone. Please.
Anything bad I've had to say about you,
you'll say to my face.
I have said it directly to you already. So,
all jokes aside, I watch a lot of NCAA men's basketball, and I gravitate towards Michigan State a lot amongst a few other teams, and I that saddens me, especially in the
Yeah.
senseless way it happened. So,
Yeah.
blessings and prayers to his family and loved ones,
Mhm.
and rest in peace to Adrian Payne.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. I second that. And you never really know when your last breath is gonna be on this earth. Every day we wake up, we get closer and closer to our expiration date. So we all got to make it the best that we can and leave the long lasting memory, so that could be carried by through generations. So yeah, rest in peace to Adrian Payne and everybody else
Mhm.
who you mentioned too that lost their life, along with David Stern. You may not be his biggest fan, Kane, but rest in peace to David
No,
Stern.
rest in peace. Rest in peace, Don.
No,
Rest
no,
in
no.
peace.
I'm
He
just
was a
messing with
worthy
you. I'm just messing with
adversary. Let's
you.
say
I'm just
that.
messing with you. Nah, but
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy though. Yeah, life is very unexpected. So
Yeah.
same thing too. Like rest in peace. There was a football player who passed away, played for the Steelers. I made a video about it. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Wow, that is really bad. Dwayne Haskins
Yes.
died at the age of 24. Um, it was
Mm.
about a month ago. So rest in peace to him too.
Yes.
All right, life
Oh,
precious. Take every advantage of it, man. You never know when's gonna be your last. All right.
Precious and fleeting.
yes,
Yes.
this is true.
Yes, for real. For real. All right.
And now I'm
Hoops all
depressed.
in.
So thanks.
Thank you very
Uh
much.
Yeah.
well, I'd be
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
yeah, well,
Go ahead, Worlds.
drink some
Bring us
margaritas.
home.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine
I
after
got
this.
plenty
We'll
of stuff.
go
Bring us home, Worlds.
I got you guys. All right. So Hoops All In is sponsored by Exceptional Life Fitness. You can find them on Instagram, social media. Exceptional Life Fitness, founded by that man at the bottom with his partner, Kane Legacy. And shout out to Juan as well, too. He's part of the Rain Multimedia team. Hoops All In has been produced by Rain Multimedia. Go to rainmm.com. Subscribe to their YouTube channel at Rain Multimedia. Follow them on social media, Rain Multimedia on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, Hoops All In, all broadcasting rights belong to Worlds TV. Subscribe to Worlds TV YouTube channel, Worlds TV at Instagram, Twitter. Follow the show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well too at Hoops All In. We now have a TikTok, so we're finally getting jiggy with the times.
We are ticking and talking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sounded old as hell when I said that. I'm only 24, guys.
I didn't sound that much better, but okay.
Jiggy with it and take it.
Yeah, he
Jiggy
said
with it.
jiggy. I said
He's got Will
Both
Smith
of
on the
you.
brain.
I thought I was at the VFW post for
he said we're ticking with the time.
we are ticking and talking and jiggy. Shit. Y'all gonna crash my career. I'm feeling